A pleasant greetings to you in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. And today, on this Sabbath day, I greet you in that name because today is His day. Today is what we call Saturday, annual Sabbath. And we respect all of you with your different views of systems of worship. We do not intend to violate your time, but we pray today that you will hear us, because there's a word from Yahweh, the one we call God, for us today. Bow your heads with me in a word of prayer, if you will. Father, I bless you and praise you right now for once again an opportunity to speak to the world, to speak to people outside of El Shaddai Ministries' four walls. I pray now the words of my mouth and the meditation of the hearts of the hearers will be acceptable in your sight as I speak truth to this nation and to the powers that exist in it, in the name of Yeshua. Hallelujah, Yahweh. You can reach us here at El Shaddai Ministry, by the way, by telephone number 356-0510, 341-7153, or send me an email, aposteljc@yahoo or gmail.com. You could always find me on Facebook. You could find me on Twitter. You could find me on a number of other medias. Just go ahead and put in Apostle JC. You'll find me. I want to continue a message I started a couple of weeks ago. That in it I was talking about the late Dr. Miles Monroe and his vision for the Bahamas. In his vision for the Bahamas, he spoke to the fact that the time has come when a new Bahamas and the next Bahamas is upon us. He says the time has come for this to happen. And I believe El Shaddai Apostolic Ministries has been now appointed to go ahead and help to bring this message along with the group we are affiliated with called Kasoi, the congregation of Yahweh, located on the sides of the north. I believe under the Bahamas, the People's Foundation and its leadership of Prophet Miklin Seymour, I believe Kasoi, the church that has started here in the Bahamas, has to become that church that Dr. Miles Monroe is talking about. And I'm going to lead you into it slowly. Dr. Monroe spoke, the late Dr. Miles Monroe that is, he spoke that the Bahamas will be new. And the old things that brought us to this time just can't work anymore. He says the old armor can't work literally in this new Bahamas. What I want to say today is, in this new Bahamas, he spoke that it will not be religious, but it will be literally and figuratively, in my word, led by the words of Yahweh, led by His laws, His laws that basically the church has said have been done away with. But never mind that. Let me get this point true to you. That if we are going to go into a new Bahamas and the old things can't work, that means politically we need new systems. Economically we need new systems. Spiritually we need new systems. The church is the government of God on earth. And the devil knows he cannot prevail against the church. So, but look carefully at what we have today. We have basically a failed society. We've seen the church fail to keep the laws of Yahweh. We've seen the government fail to keep God's law in the land. The economics are now failing us. What brought us here 40 years ago under our Moses, Linden Pinland will not take us into the next generation. In other words, when the late Dr. Miles Monroe spoke these things, he spoke prophetically that the end have come to an era. We have come to a time when we need to understand that after 40 years the generation shift. There is a generation called the Joshua generation now ready. According to Dr. Miles Monroe, these will be new people, young people whose visions and views and ideas will blow your mind. Yes, there's a shift needed in this country. And the new Bahamas must take on a flavor where Yahweh, God, government, and the government of the people set up by God must work together. In other words, church and state must be in agreement that they all work under God's law. Now the problem is the church as we know it today, Christianity as a people, Christianity as a religion, which puts it into a denomination, and denomination by itself tells me there's division. And a house that is divided against itself cannot stand. So in this nation of ours today, Christianity as we know it is divided even in itself. Within Christianity there are divisions of churches. So something is wrong. Nobody can tell me Christianity has not failed us as a religion. Christianity speaks to the fact that the laws of Yahweh have been done away with. It speaks to the fact that it's being nailed to the cross somewhere or the other. But yet Yeshua says, not one dot of my word will ever fail. So we've come to a time now where I believe, and I speak prophetically, that the time has come in the Bahamas when all that brought us to this time will have to be changed. Once we have come over into the promised land, we've gone through 40 years of a system of people who came up under a Cylindian system. Our political system still operate on an older model of where we should be and what we should be doing. And by the way, the Father has told me, and I will say it publicly, that the time has come for the elimination of both parties, and I say it prophetically, PLP and FNM. And why I said that? Because a lot of people don't realize it, but we were all, or they were all PLPs in 1967. Most of them were PLPs. So they still carry the doctrine of the PLP. They still carry the schisms and the isms of fighting against each other in public places, in the House of Assembly. This violence has spread over into the people, so the country has become violent, but yet we call ourselves a Christian nation. I want to tell you that Christianity has done its job. I'm not telling you to switch your religion, but I want to show you there's truth. The time has come for us to find another way to get Yahweh's law back into this nation. We're talking about a new nation. We're talking about the church. I'm talking about the church. Where is the church? People are literally saying the church has failed. People are saying, where is the church? The church is supposed to be all of those components of Yahweh's law that says, when did you see me hungry? When did you see me naked? And all of those other things of the Beatitudes. We do not see them. Our nation reflects the nation of a violent, spiritual, and immoral activity. Whose sign do you see? Do you see the laws of God applied in our neighborhoods? Do we love our brothers and our sisters? Is the church collectively taking care of the poor? Or are there some who's doing it and some who's not? We must look at Christianity again. And I say Christianity because I believe we are not Christians, we should be believers. See, the signs that will follow the believers is that in his name you will cast out some things. But when you start casting them out because you are a Christian, then you fall into the category where Yeshua, Jesus says, when they come in the last day, I'll have to tell them, I don't even know you. My thing it is today to show you that according to what Dr. Miles Monroe just said before he died, this new system must be a system that takes us to the laws of Yahweh. We will not survive this system of Christianity has lost all of its flavor. In the first place, if you understand Christianity, Christianity is a mix of paganism and Judaism. The people of the day created Christianity to appease the masses of people. It is a mixture. And Father Yahweh can't stand mixed religions. It has become the Egypt for the believers. And so I'm saying, come ye out from among them. We need some people who understand that Yahweh's law remains his law. His holy day is still the Sabbath, and the Sabbath remains the Jewish holy day. Father Yahweh gave the Jews the authority to become the priests to the nations of the world. One section of Abraham, many children was chosen, and they are Jews, and Jews are marked by their color. They are black people. They are marked by slavery, so they are easily identified, and they are scattered in the islands of the sea, specifically these islands we live in. We need a new Bahamas. And so I'm saying now, we need to get it right. The church need to get outside of denomination. We need some people who are going to believe that Yahweh word is Yahweh word, and the Sabbath is holy. The Sabbath need to be respected. Christianity has given us its own day. Christianity has given us Sunday. And some of you are not going to like this, but it is a day designed by the Roman Catholic churches and is affiliate to bring together a set of people who knew truth with a set of people who did not. And so everyone will tell you Saturday is the Jewish Sabbath, but you are a Jew if you are black, colored, or mixed with color. You are, and you got to know who you are, first of all. But we need a new look at who we are. The new Bahamas cannot continue with Christianity, and all of our young men are dying, and all of our young men are in jail, and we call ourselves. Look at Christianity on the whole, my friends. Look at all the Christian nations in the world, and you will see a significant number of their population locked up in jail. You will see a significant number of black and or Hispanics and or mixed race people locked up in jail, and these are Christian nations. I'm not here to condemn it, but I'm here to speak the truth about it. It has failed to advance the kingdom of heaven. It has promoted division. It has encouraged people to disobey the laws of Yahweh, because the Sabbath is his Sabbath, and if you are a believer, you should do and obey the days that he has set in place. He never set Sunday or the first day of the week as his holy day. Everyone knows that. But still, who would you rather obey? Man or God? I'm saying to you today, and I want to finish this in a couple of seconds and maybe continue that another time. The church cannot leave this planet until it fulfills every prophetic word pertaining to the life and its ministry that must be fulfilled. The Father is coming for a church without spot, without wrinkles. I'm saying to you today that until the church, and I'm saying that because a new Bahamas will require a new system of belief. We cannot continue with the same system of Christianity being our main social or religious order. We are practicing insanity if we continue to use and listen to the words of the ministers and preachers who will tell you that the laws of Yahweh are done away with. You're practicing insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over. You're preaching the same word over and over and getting the same results. The system is getting worse. But Christianity continue to preach. They continue to evolve. They continue to move on to the things that they have become thingified. Yes, I'm speaking about Christianity. I want to expose this truth. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you leave your religion. But I will tell you there are some basic truth. And according to scripture, the truth will set you free. Y'all could talk bad about me. But I can tell you what, I can tell you the truth. Christianity has failed us. I recommend, let's go back to being believers. Let's go back to recognizing his holy days. There are 7 holy days that Father Yahweh give his people. If you are his people, if Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are your fathers, these people did not worship on a Sunday. The original apostles never worship on a Sunday. Just because at one time they extended their preaching time into the evening, and they continued preaching because the sun sets is the beginning of their day. They prayed and they preached into the Sabbath, into the first day, and we've gone lost saying from then on they start meeting on Sunday. No, they did not. Sunday starts sunset on Saturday. I don't know what else to tell you, but this is what the Holy Spirit is leading me to say to you today. I've seen the time is running out, and I know your patience grow weary, especially watching me on a little tube. You don't have the time. I'm going to continue this at another day. But I want you to know, the New Bahamas cannot continue with a system marked by failures. I say, come here from among them. I say, let's try something else. If the Sunday system fails us, then let's try. Stop continuing to work in futility. It's getting us nowhere. Come here from among them. It's like Egypt for us. Come here from among them. The Father knows the true worshipers are in there. He knows that he brought you here in Christianity. But now Christianity is like our Egypt. We need to come out. And let's see if we can make this new Bahamas a Bahamas not of religious denominations, but of one God, with one name, with one theme, with his times, his days, his seasons. We need to preach a new gospel that is not the gospel of prosperity. It got to be the gospel of truth. I invite you to join me at some point in time. Call me. Argue with me. Let's discuss this. Because right now, nobody else is telling you that. May Yahweh bless you. May Yahweh keep you. May Yahweh cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Shalom.